As-Salaam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi wahdah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'dah. Amma ba'd. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث صدق الله العظيم رب يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم عليه. My dear respected brothers, elders, mothers, sisters, As-Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The surah which I recited before you, it is a well-known surah of the Noble Quran. A vast majority of the Ummah generally learns this surah by heart, or they have heard it online, recited by Qadi Abdul Basit. It's famous in our times when we were young. And it is important for all, young and old, to at least understand the surahs that we read in Salah. Hence, it is important that we learn the translation, learn the tafasir of the last maybe 15, 20 surahs of the Quran, so that we may also get the pleasure of understanding the Quran while we are in Salah. So the first thing that we need to learn these surahs. These are basic short surahs, which alhamdulillah all madaris teach. At least half a juz of the Quran is taught within the madaris by heart. And likewise, our adults also should try to endeavor to learn as many surahs by heart. And what duha is generally where the short surahs of the Quran start, which are read within our salah. In one point I will point out over here that we make it, or tend to make it a habit to only read the last 10 surahs, if that. Or we read the 4 quls in salah. Or inna ataynaka al-kawthar wa qul huwallahu ahad Allahu samad. This is also is Quran, you can recite it, it's not a problem. But this is not appropriate either. We should try to learn as much of the Quran as possible. And those people will ask, if we are old, how we are able to learn the Quran by heart? We have made the Quran easy for you. Yassarna al-Quran lil-dhikr. We have made, Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, we have made the Quran easy for you. The Quran is the only book of Allah. The only book of Allah. You've got the Torah, you've got the Injil, you've got the Zabur, which have been changed. But in spite of that, even if they were in the original text, Quran is the only one where a person is able to learn it by heart, young or old, without understanding it. You take any text, not possible. It will only be possible if you understand what you are reciting. There are people who know Shakespeare, the whole sonnets, they all know them by heart, they can recite it less like that. There are actors who know their lines like that, but they understand what they are talking about. Likewise, the Arabs, they were well known for their memory. Memory was sharp. They could recite thousands of poetry. As Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala, according to one narration, I think it was 40 to 60,000 couplets she knew by heart. Because they understood the language. But the Quran, I'm not talking about Arabic here, I'm talking about the Quran itself. Try to learn Hamasa by heart, you won't be able to. or there's so many other books of adab or adab in Arabic language or poetry, you will not able to learn it by heart without understanding it. But the Quran is the only kitab of Allah, the only book of Allah, where every single person is able to learn it by heart, even if he doesn't understand it or she doesn't understand it. I ask a child to recite Alam Tara till Wan Nas, so you yourself recite Alam Tara till Wan Nas, wa Duha till Wan Nas, and then remember it for the rest of your life without understanding a word, you're able to. It's possible. You have young children at the age of 7, 8, 9, 10 who read the whole Quran plain from beginning to end. So those who think I am too old to learn the Quran, वो गलत फहमी में है. They're in the wrong mind frame. They're misinformed. There are people within our own town who are in their 70s and 80s. It's taken them 10 years or 15 years to become Hafiz al-Quran. But they have completed the age of 70 or 80. If you ask them, because I find it difficult to remember, but I keep revising it. I enjoy reading Quran 3 hours, 4 hours a day. Retired. So there is a possibility of every single one of us able to learn the Quran. So the least we can do is learn the basic surahs. وَالدُّحَى تِلْ وَالنَّاسِ Surah Yasin. Surah Yasin, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam has said that it is my meditamanna, it is my heartfelt. This is I want that every ummati of mine, every servant of my, every follower of mine, of my ummah, should know Surah Yasin by heart. ये मेरी तमन्ना है कि हर बंदा सूरह यासीन जुबानी आए. कोई कहे क़ल्बुल Quran, this is the heart of the Quran. Heart of the Quran. We should try to endeavor to learn Surah Yasin by heart. Likewise, Surah Tabarak, Surah Mulk, Tabarak alladhi biyadihil mulk wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir, 29 juz. Again, only 3-4 pages. 3-4 pages. What's the benefit of that? The benefit is that you'll be safeguarded from the adhab al-qabr. Alif Lam Mim Sajda, again 3-4 pages. Again, the significance of that, if a person recites it every single day, he will also be safeguarded from the punishment of the grave. These two are safety mechanisms from the punishment of the grave. Surah Mulk and Surah Tabarak. That's for the qabr. And if you are safeguarded in the qabr, you'll be safeguarded in the akhirah, inshallah. And likewise, we are all looking for our sustenance in this dunya, in this world. We are all looking that we have money to buy our food, to live. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala has been narration that once he was in his final moments, but I think Ghaliban Hazrat Usman radiyallahu ta'ala came to him to visit him. And he said to him that, is there anything I could do for you from Baytul Mal? Have you left anything from your family members? And his family was only daughters. He only left daughters behind, he had no sons. Have you left anything for them? Is there anything I could do for you? And Hazrat Usman radiyallahu ta'ala knew that he hasn't left any inheritance. He left a very simple life. So he goes, no, I have no need and I do not want to leave anything, because I've heard the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam say, to the closest meaning, that, and I have left something far more better, he said, for my children. Usman radiyallahu ta'ala said, what have you left then? So I have heard Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, the person who recites Surah Al-Waqi'ah every evening, every night before going to bed, or on a daily basis, then there will never be hunger in the house. Kabhi faka nahi aayega. So I have taught my daughter Surah Al-Waqi'ah, and I have full yaqeen, full faith that they will never ever go hungry. So what do I need to worry? Why do I need to leave them? Well, I have left them Surah Al-Waqi'ah because all my daughters know Surah Al-Waqi'ah by heart. They read Surah Al-Waqi'ah on a daily basis. So my dear honorable brothers and my sisters, these 3 basic surahs, Surah Yasin, 4 surahs, Surah Yasin in the morning, make it a must. If you can't learn it by heart, start looking inside. If you can't even read looking inside, one of my family members, he says to me that every morning when I'm driving to work, I listen to Surah Yasin on the CD or on headphones, whatever, on your iPod. Start with something. Minimum is listening to Surah Yasin and try to follow. Try to follow. We are so busy in our lives, we don't even get time to do that as well. I'm too busy. While we're busy with our children, we can give time to our children, we can give time to our work, our wives, our families, but we can't give time to Allah. We need to give time to Allah also. Take a little bit of time out. It takes you 10 minutes maximum to read Surah Yasin. If you can't read it, listen to it every morning. And then slowly, slowly make it a firm resolution. Right? Follow. Read it, follow it. Iske do fayda honge. Fayda number 1, it will be very easy for you to recite. Fayda number 2, the benefit number 2, you will slowly, slowly realize that you're learning Surah Yasin by heart also. Because the more you listen, the more you will learn something by heart. So there's 2 benefits of that. Likewise, make it a habit of reading Surah Tabarak and Alif Lam Mim Sajda between Maghrib and Isha or before going to bed every evening. Again, if you are unable to learn it by heart, look inside and read it. If you can't do that, then listen to it. Start from somewhere. Start from somewhere, inshallah. We are all in the same boat. Baaz karte, baaz nahi karte, or karte, bhul jate. They leave one day, they do one day, they leave one day, we do one day. Try to make it ma'mul, make it part of you every day. And people go to the gym every day. They love going to the gym. Or they have a fixed routine in the week that they do something. And if they don't do it, what happens to them? They don't feel comfortable. Some of you have a fixed diet. Your wife knows that this is what my husband likes every morning. I'm not lying. Your wife knows. And she will give you that particular breakfast every morning, or that type of breakfast. If she changes it, then the sparks start flying in the air. Okay? We have got fixed routines in our life. Likewise, we also need to have a fixed routine regarding to our deen as well. And if you leave that, you will not feel satisfied. There are people who do dhikr every day. They do dhikr. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Remember that dhikr creates itminan, sukoon within the heart. And those who don't or leave one day of dhikr, they feel very agitated, they feel very uncomfortable. There are people out there within our city who are regular with the dhikr, with the tilawati Quran. And the day that they don't do it, ask them how they feel. They feel agitated. So if you make it a part of our routine, number 1, you will see the benefits of Quran, the barakats, the blessings. And once it becomes part of you, when you let go of it, you will see that today has not been a right day for me. The whole day, whatever you touch, you will not be satisfied. So, Surah Yasin in the morning, Surah Tabarak and Alif Lam Mim Sajda. After Maghrib, all the way up till before going to bed. And then Surah Al-Waqiyah. So Surah Alif Lam Mim Sajda and Surah Tabarak, Surah Mulk is for the Akhirah. And Surah Waqiyah is for this dunya. And Surah Yasin is for this dunya and for the Akhirah. Dunya and Akhirah. Because Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that a person who reads Surah Yasin on a daily basis, Allah Ta'ala will make everything easy for him. Ay fi dunya wal akhirah. In this dunya also will become easy, the day will be easy, his life will be easy, and when he is about to depart from this dunya, his akhirah will also be easy, inshallah. Okay. And one more thing I will also request, and this is very important for our youth. Parents, youth, mothers, sisters alike. Today is the Yawm al-Jumu'ah. And what should we read on the day of Jumu'ah? Does anybody know? Surah Kahf. Surah Kahf. Now, out of all the surahs I have mentioned today, Surah Kahf is the lengthiest, it's the most longest. It's approximately half a juz, half a para. So some people will say, Moulana, is way too long for us to recite it. Our Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has given a shorter version of it. Prophet sallallahu knew his ummah. He knew his ummah. But my ummah will barely be able to recite this and this. In Surah Kahf, oh lamba. When will I start it? When will I finish it? So Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that at least learn the first 10 ayahs by heart and recite them. 1430 years ago, huh? You can't even pick up the Quran on a daily basis. There's 2 different narrations. Majority say the first 10 ayahs. Good question, Jazakallah. The first 10 ayahs of Surah Al-Kahf, you can also recite the last 10 ayahs as well. It's 20 ayats in total. Okay? Majority of the narrations pinpoint towards the first 10 verses of Surah Al-Kahf. And what is the benefit of Surah Al-Kahf? The benefits of Surah Al-Kahf again fi dunya wal akhirah. Fi dunya, Allah Ta'ala will safeguard us from all the fitnas and trials and tribulations which are going to appear in your life from one Jumu'ah to the other Jumu'ah. My friends, we are living in this world in which we are bombarded with trials and tribulations, one after the other. Our daily life is filled with trials and tribulations. Forget the major Dajjal and all that, that's going to come. We are faced with challenges on a daily basis in our life. And we are going to face much more in the coming months, in the coming years. So Surah Kahf, inshallah, will safeguard us or make things very easy for us in this dunya. And also, in regards to the akhirah, if Dajjal was to come, Allah Ta'ala will safeguard our iman in Islam, inshallah. Okay, so these are my humble requests, that these are the few surahs that we need to recite on a daily basis. Allah Ta'ala has made the Quran easy. My topic was something else, and I went on to something else of the Quran. Quran is a mu'jiza, is a miracle. It is a miracle. I'm talking to myself over here also. We have lost our touch with the Quran. Our Quran lies on the shelf from Ramadan to Ramadan. It lies on the shelf from Ramadan to Ramadan. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says that you need to complete, it's compulsory, wajib, to complete at least 2 Qurans in a year. Imam Shafi rahmatullah alayhi says you need to complete Quran once a month. According to one narration of his, once a month is compulsory, wajib. And we can't even complete 1 Quran in a year. 1 Quran in a year. If we do it in the month of Ramadan. In the month of Ramadan. No, my friends, try to make it a habit of reciting the Quran on a daily basis. Daily basis. Make it a part of your timetable. And how much should you recite? 2 paras? 3 paras? No. Start with 1 page. Start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. Start from somewhere. If you can't do 1 page, do a half a page. Take the Quran out from your shelf and borrow school. Borrow school. Read it. And inshallah, you will see the benefits of the Quran in your life. Allah will give you the ability to recite a little bit more every day. Little bit more every day, inshallah. Don't leave the Quran on the shelf, my friends. Because Quran is a living object. It's a living object. It's living. It's kalamullah. It is the words of Allah. Allah is ever living. There is no beginning to Allah, there is no ending to Allah. And everything that's connected to Allah is also ever living. It's our aqidah, it's our belief. The Quran is not khalqullah, like some earlier groups of Muslims used to believe. That it is not a creation of Allah, it is the word of Allah. In a book format now we see, that's been created. But the words in itself are not created, they are the kalamullah. They've been existed from before, they will continue to exist. And the Quran, according to a hadith of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, Al-Quran hujjatun laka alayk. Oh alayk. Either the Quran will be for you or will be against you on the day of Qiyamah. In other words, it will be alive in whatever manner or form Allah wishes. It will speak. It will speak. Either it will speak against you or either it will speak for you. It will argue with Allah. Comes in Sunnah, he will argue with Allah, He protected me, He looked after me, He recited me, He practiced me. He will debate with Allah until eventually Allah will enter that particular person in Jannah. And another person, he will argue against that person on the day of Qiyamah. Until Allah will throw that person in the fire of Jahannam. The Quran is alive. That's why it comes in a hadith, when a person recites the Quran and it comes upon a particular ayah which he is not doing. Remember my friends, 3% or 4% of the entire Quran is rules and regulations. Quran is not full of rules and regulations. The Quran is full of ethics and character. Ethics and character. It builds your character. Character between yourselves, between ourselves, and between ourselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our connection with this dunya and our connection with the akhirah. The Quran is full of that. whether it's through stories, through the greatness of Allah, through prophethood, and so on and so forth. Rules, 3% to 4%. In spite of that, if a person recites a certain ayat of the Quran, which he's not doing in his life, and he continues reciting it, the Quran curses him. He recites the Quran, do not lie, the Quran curses him, because we are lying, we are cheating. We take interest, we say, we read the Quranic ayah, that do not take interest is haram, the Quran is cursing that person. And it will continue cursing that person. Why? Because the Quran is alive, my friends. So do not disconnect yourself from the Quran. Quran is not only Ramadan to Ramadan. It's for the whole year. It's part of our life. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam was not only used to recite the Quran, he used to recite the Quran in his salah. And so long, as Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala mentions, his feet used to swell up. So much so, even the Sahabas could not keep up with him. Abdullah ibn Abbas, if I remember clearly, radiallahu ta'ala an, he said, once I came to Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, I saw him standing in salah, and I also joined him next to him. Standing behind me, Prophet pulled me closer. And he was reciting Surah Al-Baqarah. Finished, started Surah Ali Imran, then started Surah An-Nisa. I got tired, I left. I couldn't take it, it was so long. He used to recite the Quran because he had pleasure in reciting the Quran. We, on the other hand, have a burden that someone has put a stone on top of our head. A great scholar in Pakistan, the name's not coming to my head, is remembered that once he went for Jumu'ah somewhere. He was invited to do Jumu'ah, like obviously I'm a guest over here to do Jumu'ah. He was also in Pakistan, also they send them out in the local masajids from Karachi. So he went, and he got there very early. So when he got there early, what did he do? He started to recite the Quran. He was waiting for Jumu'ah. So he went to the masjid early and started reciting. And when he looked up and he saw that it's Jumu'ah time, he had already completed 15 juz. Completed 15 juz, without even thinking. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullah used to complete 2 Qurans a day. 2 Qurans a day. One in the morning, one at night. Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi also 2 Qurans, one in Taraweeh and one on his daily basis. 2 Qurans. One in the Zakaria Nawwarallahu Markadahu, the great Shaykh al-Hadith of our ummah, of the recent times, passed away in 1981 or 82. Recent. He also used to complete 1 Quran in the month of Ramadan every day. Every day. And everybody knows, those who have seen him, how extremely busy he was. Rahimahullah ta'ala. Even nowadays we've got scholars or pious people. There used to be a person also in Hafiz, I remember very clearly, in Masjid al-Nur in the early days. I don't know if he's still alive or not. Pathan Sathe. He used to also recite Quran. He used to finish 15 to 20 juz on a daily basis. He was always in the masjid reciting Quran. His sons are still alive. Can't remember the name. I saw a witness myself. 15 to 20 juz a day. Start in the morning, he used to have a big Quran. He used to sit and he used to finish the Quran. Every 2-3 days he used to complete the Quran. Why? Because they had connection with the Quran, my friends. So we also need a connection with the Quran on a daily basis. And at the same time, it is also compulsory for us to understand the Quran and practice the Quran. Understand the Quran and practice the Quran. Again, on a daily basis. Read Ma'rif al-Quran, authentic, tafasir, commentary of the Quran. Ask the ulama kiram, which is a good book to read for the layman. And there are tafasir, durus taking place in the masajids. Come and sit in them. Come and sit in them. Understand the Quran. What does Allah Ta'ala want from us? What does the Quran say? What is the Quran itself? Understand the Quran. We are so busy in our lives, we can't even come to Dars al-Quran once a week, if that. There are English ones taking place, there's Urdu ones taking place. Come and sit in Durus al-Quran. And if you don't have time, then get CDs. Authentic ulamas, genuine ulamas, who know the Quran, who have got the knowledge. Go and study under them or listen to the tafasirs on CD, on YouTube. Genuine ones, huh? Don't listen to any Tom, Dick and Harry. So understanding the Quran, reciting the Quran. And the most important is reciting it with tajweed. Reciting with tajweed. Very important that we attend and try our utmost to ensure that we recite the Quran in a manner that it was revealed to Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We must recite the Quran with tajweed. Again, elderly people say, "Buddhe ho chuke hai, hum kya padenge?" Brothers are requested, if you can, please fill in the gaps in front. Please fill in the gaps in front. There's loads of space here, brothers. Fill in the gaps. Brothers at the back also, those who are standing, they can also look for spaces and make your way slowly forward as well. There's loads of spaces, inshallah.
The rooms are empty over there.
Brothers can go to the small room on the right hand side. This COVID thing has really affected us. 2 meters apart. We're still 2 meters apart or 1 meter apart from each other. Sit closer together. The Sahaba Kiram radiallahu ajma'in used to sit so closely to Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that if you were to take a cloth and spread it over them, you will be able to cover all of them. That's how close they used to sit. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Everyone in this row here, except those on the chairs, if I can ask you all to move forward, please.
So I'll finish with one hadith, like I said, the Quran. Recite the Quran with tajweed. Recite the Quran with tajweed. And there is no shame in asking ulamas to come and teach you. There is no shame. One sahabi, radiallahu ta'ala an, he came from the Dihad, the villages. Must have been 8 or 9 or 10 maybe, if that. And he was such a child, is very something to think about. Such a child that every day he used to sit on the road from Medina to his village. Every day he used to sit there. And any Muslims that used to pass by used to ask them that what was revealed to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What was revealed? Do you know any ayats of the Quran? Do you know anything? And he used to learn the Quran like this. When his qafla or his village came in the company of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they accepted Islam and Iman, taught them the basics, and suddenly he found out that this child knows the most Quran. He made him the Imam. 7, 8, 9 or 10, I'm not really sure what age he was, but he was very young, because you're the Imam of your community. It's your job to teach them the Quran and lead them in Salah. So you're never too young or never too old to learn. Learn what? You're not learning English over here. You're not learning how to do maths. You're learning the Kalamullah, the book of Allah. There is no shame in that. There is no shame in that. There is no shame in that. It's never too late. Never too late to learn the Kalamullah, to learn the words of the Quran. Come and join classes. This class is taking place here in many masajid. We are very lucky, my friends. We are very complacent. Leicester's got 70 to 80 masajids. And every single one, generally there is an imam who speaks English. There are 400 to 500 ulamas in Leicester. And you're trying to say that what excuse you will have on the day of Qiyamah, that I was unable to learn the Quran, I was unable to recite the Quran with tajweed, you will have no excuse. No excuse. A person 30, 100 miles away or 200 miles away from Leicester, maybe he might have an excuse. Though Allah, there was no imam in our locality that we could go to and learn our Quran. Leicester people will have no excuse on the day of Qiyamah. No excuse. 500 to 600 ulamas are in Leicester, and even in our masajid itself, you have 20, 35, 10, 15, 20 ulamas who perform salah here. You can go to any one of them and say that, give me 10 minutes of your time. I want to learn the Quran. One-to-one. One-to-one. Doesn't have to be part of a class. If you're too ashamed to go as a class formation, one-to-one. Contact your local ulamas, inshallah. May Allah Ta'ala grant me and you the ability, like what has been said. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Brothers, can I ask everyone to please stand up, move forward, fill up all the gaps. All stand up, move forward, fill up all the gaps. There's brothers waiting here already to get in. Still more brothers arriving. Please move forward, stand close together, shoulder to shoulder. Please on the line. There's spaces in this room, please, brothers. No more you want to be closer to the Imam than there is to be furthest away from the Imam. Please move forward. Brothers in the back row, please move forward. If there's space in front, there's a lot of space on this side also.
As you can sit down again, inshallah. Jazakallah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله
Few announcements, inshallah. There will be a program like we had previously as well. The Hafiz Abu Bakr Haydari, who is a Nasheed expert, inshallah, he will be performing today after Maghrib. Program, Ajay. Today after Maghrib, inshallah. There's facilities for brothers and sisters, they're all requested to attend. Inshallah, Youth Club on tomorrow evening for all boys between the age of 13 and 19. This Sunday, the Autism Community Club for families who have autistic children, inshallah, that will take place at 10:30 to 12 o'clock. Again, open to all brothers and sisters. But volunteers are also requested as well to volunteer on that day as well to help out. And the last one is Madrasa reopens on Monday next week. Please contact the Madrasa offices between 4:30 and 6:30 for more information, and also if you want to purchase the new academic year's books as well. Jazakumullah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله الذي امتن على عباده بنية المرسل صلى الله عليه وسلم وكتابه المنزل حتى اتسع على أهل الأفكار طريق الاعتبار بما فيه من القصص والأخبار واتضح به سلوك المنهج القويم والصراط المستقيم بما فصل به من الأحكام وفرق بين الحلال والحرام ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدًا عبده ورسوله الذي نزل الفرقان عليه ليكون للعالمين نذيرا صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه الذين تذكروا بالقرآن وذكروا به الناس تذكيرا. أما بعد، فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: يقال لصاحب القرآن: اقرأ وارتقي ورتل بما كنت ترتل في الدنيا، فإن منزلك عند آخر آية تقرأها. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: إن الذي ليس في جوفه شيء من القرآن كالبيت الخرب. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من قرأ حرفا من كتاب الله تعالى فله حسنة، والحسنة بعشر أمثالها. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من قرأ القرآن فاستهذره فأحل حلاله وحرم حرامه أدخله الله الجنة وشفعه في 10 من أهل بيته كلهم قد وجبت له النار. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فلا أقسم بواقع النجوم وإنه لقسم لو تعلمون عظيم إنه لقرآن كريم في كتاب مكنون لا يمسه إلا المطهرون. الحمد لله الذي نستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه، ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. وقال تعالى: رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه. أما بعد، يا أيها الناس، اقرأوا سورة الياسين في الصباح كل يوم، وفي الليل سورة الواقعة وسورة الملك وسورة ألف لام ميم سجدة. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين في كل مكان، اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين في كل مكان. اللهم إنا نجعلك في نهورهم، نعوذ بك اللهم من شرورهم. اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا، اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما، واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا، اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم احفظ الحرمين الشريفين والمسجد الأقصى المبارك، واجعل اللهم آمنة مطمئنة وسائر بلاد المسلمين. اللهم خير لنا واختر لنا ويسر لنا أمورنا في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله وإليك يرجع كله. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب الحشر وقنا عذاب الدين وانصرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين، فاحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين مع الأبرار. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك وحبيبك سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه نبيك وحبيبك سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، وأنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. سووا صفوفكم. Kindly straighten your rows. Please stand close together. Fill in the gaps in front, please. Make sure if there's any space in the right-hand side and the left-hand side rooms, please fill the gaps in, please. Stand close together, please. Make sure the heels are on the line, the sufuf are straight. Please fill in the gaps. Because you keep coming forward, fill in the gaps. But let's keep coming, there's loads of space at the back. 5-6 more spaces at the back. Keep coming, brothers, keep coming. سووا صفوفكم.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنحر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah. Astaghfirullah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم اغفر لي ما قدمت وما أخرت وما أسررت وما أعلنت. اللهم اغفنا بحلالك عن حرامك وأغننا بفضلك عمن سواك. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. O Allah, forgive our minor and major sins. O Allah, protect us. O Allah, protect us in His dunya and also protect us in the akhirah. O Allah, protect us from all types of trials and tribulations in this world and protect us from all trial and tribulation in the grave and in the hereafter. O Allah, those who are ill, grant them shifa. O Allah, grant them shifa. O Allah, grant them shifa. O Allah, those who are close to their death, O Allah, grant them kalima la ilaha illallah at the time of their death. O Allah, grant them iman in Islam at the time of their death. O Allah, those who have passed away, whether it's our parents, whether it's our relatives, whether from entire ummah, from the time of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam till today, O Allah, grant them all Jannatul Firdaus. O Allah, grant them all Jannatul Firdaus. O Allah, forgive all their sins. O Allah, forgive all their sins. O Allah, become happy with them. O Allah, become happy with them. O Allah, grant them and grant us all the intercession of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam on the day of judgment. O Allah, grant us all the Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam on the day of judgment. O Allah, grant us water of the Kawthar from His blessed hands. O Allah, grant us the water of the Kawthar from His blessed hands. O Allah, protect us in His dunya and protect us in the akhirah. O Allah, protect our youth. O Allah, protect our youth. O Allah, protect the iman. O Allah, protect the Islam. O Allah, make them the coolness of our eyes. O Allah, protect our progeny right till the day of Qiyamah. O Allah, protect our progeny right till the day of Qiyamah. O Allah, protect our iman and protect our Islam. O Allah, those who are suffering in the world, O Allah, alleviate the sufferings. O Allah, alleviate the sufferings. Allah, create unity and love and bondship within the Muslim Ummah. O Allah, grant unity and love and bondship within the Muslim Ummah. O Allah, those who are carrying out atrocities against the Muslims, O Allah, grant them guidance. O Allah, if guidance is not written for them, O Allah, pick them up and destroy them. O Allah, pick them up and destroy them. O Allah, destroy the nations. O Allah, destroy their plans. O Allah, destroy the nations and destroy their plans. O Allah, grant the Muslim leaders, O Allah, grant them guidance. O Allah, grant them grant them hidayah. O Allah, grant them hidayah. O Allah, protect the entire Muslim Ummah. Protect our mothers and sisters. O Allah, protect our mothers and sisters. O Allah, protect every single person in this room and outside, and protect the whole of Leicester. Protect the whole of country, the Muslim Ummah. O Allah, grant them blessings, O Allah, in this dunya and also in the akhirah. O Allah, grant us the ability to recite the Quran. O Allah, grant us the ability to practice the Quran. Oh Allah, grant us the ability to practice the Quran, recite the Quran, and make us amongst those on the day of Qiyamah. Oh Allah, those who are special servants of yours. Allah, comes in a hadith, the khasatahu, that those who recite the Quran, those who practice the Quran, oh Allah, they'll be the special servants of Allah in this dunya and also in the akhirah. Oh Allah, grant us the ability to connect with the Quran, grant the ability to practice the Quran, recite the Quran with tajweed. Oh Allah, inculcate the love of the Quran within our hearts and within our lives. Oh Allah, accept my du'as and accept the du'as of every single person. Oh Allah, everybody has their own needs. Oh Allah, grant them all their needs of this dunya and grant them all the needs of the akhirah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. تب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.